Monday, August 28, 2023, DJH. On Saturday, the owner, he brought me back the cylinder head. It looks beautiful, it looks excellent. Most probably the resurfaced again, a little bit, and not too much. Alright, I need to get some measurements from there. He brought me a couple of parts, like the vacuum pump with a high pressure pump. If you want my opinion, my advice, do not remove this as a unit. What I mean by that, you see the follower inside? Don't just lose 3 bolts and pull it out. First you're removing the high pressure pump, you remove the follower, and then you remove the vacuum pump. Okay? That's the correct order, for me at least. Okay? Somebody else, maybe he'll gonna do it with this way. Dang it, wait. Then, here we have the cam actuators. It looks like it has also the valve inside, the bolt for the cam adjusters. Here we have the actuators for the variable lift. You don't have to write a number on it. They're all the same. No need to write any number on it. It's fine. The heat shield for the plastic cover, the upper cover. This looks like cam position sensor. Some lifters, some bolts, and the dividers on the inlet port. The flaps, dividers, port. Yeah, we'll call it as like, I don't know how to call it how to call this part. Okay, that comes here. The customer, the owner, he told me that he'll gonna delete the variable on the intake manifold. The thing is, by not using the divider, this one, this flap, I don't know if it's gonna backfire. What I mean by that, I don't know if they're gonna have much more turbulence because of this edge over there and because of this shape. When they flow the cylinder head, most probably they did it with this, the original design, the first design. Now you're gonna tell me, yeah, this engine is supposed to don't run more than 18-19 psi of boost, and it goes much more high. Yeah, you're right. I don't know if it's smart to cancel these dividers here on the port. That's my point. If it was me, I'm gonna clean them, I'm gonna install them, and you can eliminate the one that I have on the intake manifold. But that's me. Again, this is gonna help you to spool earlier. It's the same thing like the cam adjuster, and it's the same thing like the variable lift. All this is to have more power, to have much more power in the all RPMs, lower RPMs, middle range RPMs, and higher RPMs. So, but again, it's not my call. If they told me to cancel it, I'm gonna cancel it. I'm gonna clean it, I'm gonna prepare them to be ready. So just in case, all right, and we're gonna see at the end. Then we have one fitting. Yeah, forget the fitting. Then we have hydraulic lifters with the rollers, with a rocker arm. These are very low mileage, as per the owner. We're gonna see. I have to inspect it. I have to clean it first, inspect it, and then. Here I have the other hydraulic lifters with the rollers. Alright, this goes back to the owner. I'm not gonna use it since he brought me more. The same thing with that one. He brought me also the spark plugs and an oil filter. This for now is gonna go behind the curtain. I wanna check just only the spark plugs, the gap that's aligned properly in all of the cylinders, and it's not ending up one here, one there, one north, one south, and one east, one west, to be all in the same position, to see how many newton meters it takes to be all of them clocked properly. There is one possibility that if it's way out, you can machine the step of the spark plug. Let me turn it, I'm gonna show you what I mean. You can machine there down the step where it's stepping the spark plug. That's what I'm talking about. It's not conical, it's flush. You're just machining accordingly to have all the gap. Let us say if you're using these spark plugs, you want all the gap to be, not the gap. Wait. I'm talking about here, the electrode to pointing always at the same position, to don't point in one cylinder. Like this, and the other like this, and the other like that. That's what I'm saying, what I'm trying to explain. I hope that I make myself clear. Same thing also I'm doing on the MO57, MO56 in the most tenses, not only on the DJH, but on direct injection it's a little bit more critical, it's a little bit more important, especially when you're running it lean. Then yes, that's it with that. As I mentioned the lifters. Now, what's remaining with the cylinder head? Remaining to lap the valves, the new valves. I haven't lapped the valves yet. Before I continue, before I start lapping the valves, I'm gonna clean, inspect the parts, these parts, storaging behind the curtain, and then I'm gonna leave the cylinder head for the end. Meanwhile, engine. On Saturday, I open and I inspect the oil pump. It's beautiful, it doesn't have any problem. It didn't digest any stainless steel piece or something. It looks excellent. I don't see any problem over there. And standing by for the guide, for the balance shafts, some moorings, some seals, the oil pan seal. Yeah, what can I do? I can mount the pump. I have the new bolts. There's nothing wrong with that. I need to be outside. I can mount the frame, but I have to open it and I have to wrap it again. No, screw it. Leave it like that for now. Leave it there for now. Alright? Yeah. Let's start working on these parts that I have to prepare also this one and storage it until it comes the time for the installation. Couple of things that I want to mention. First thing first, the cylinder head is on the rubber table over there. Okay. Let's just take it out from here because I have parts that are not clean and don't want to be near the cylinder head. Second thing, you have the cam actuators. I already washed them. Okay, it was marked intake exhaust. It doesn't matter because the same intake exhaust. It's exactly the same part number. You want to mark the intake and exhaust only if you're troubleshooting. If you want to see if there is any problem with the ECU, with the cable, the actuator itself, you can just get this plug, okay, supply 12 volts and see if it's working correct. You can compare it to the other one to see if it's active, if the coil inside has enough force to push outside this needle. This one I'm talking about. Okay, I have a video for that before. Alright, same thing for the cam position sensors. It's the same part number, only for troubleshooting you're gonna mark it. The solenoids for the variable lift, all of them, they have the same part number. You can actuate with the same way, with the same cable, same plug for this, same plug also for that. Then the valves, the solenoid valve, the mechanical one, that's for the cam adjuster, for advancing retarding. Both of them are the same. Okay, the difference here is there are two things. One thing is the scoring that has the solenoid inside. If it has too much scoring, it's, you know, you're not gonna redirect the oil pressure where it's supposed to be properly. You're gonna have some escape. It's not the ideal. All right. And second, you see here these marks. Somebody, yeah, I have seen this all the time. I don't know why they're doing that. If you don't have the right tool, that's what you get. If my tool, it doesn't enter inside properly, I'm not gonna force my tool. I'm not gonna destroy my tool. I need a new one. If it has much more clearance, the piston inside, it's not called piston, it's called somehow different, but okay. If it has more access, more clearance here inside, I need a new one. So if I judge from the marks here, I need a new one. Both of them, it's been raped. And this is worst. Okay, so it's not the ideal to hammering it. Keep in mind that this is acting also as a thrust washer, thrust bearing, or called as you like. It's for the axial movement of the camshaft against the bridge that has the aluminum bridge front. So it's not good to hammer it. It's not good to. It's a good thing to have the correct tool, and it's a good thing to don't have any extra clearance. That's it. Over and out. Finish with that. Let's move on. Then the rollers and the hydraulic lifters need to be cleaned 5-6 times until I'm satisfied that it's nice and clean and I'm sure that it didn't enter anything inside. And even when I'm satisfied that it's nice and clean, I have to wash it again, just in case. You don't storage the lifters like that. Me personally, what I'm doing, as soon as I'm removing the lifters from the cylinder head, I'm passing through the petrol and then I'm wrapping it, I'm storaging somewhere to be safe, to don't come dust, don't come nothing on it. Fine, but that's me. Then, vacuum pump and high pressure pump. You're not pulling it as one piece. I mentioned that earlier, right? Second thing, you want to block not necessarily the outlet. It's a good thing to block also the outlet, but you want to block also the inlet to don't feel something inside, to don't have garbage and fell inside. This pump, this high pressure pump, it's upgrade pump. That's how it looks like, at least. I'm gonna inspect it. I'm gonna open to see the piston inside and the cylinder, the bore, how it looks like, if it's been compromised. Then, because it's not going to the bone stock application and it goes for performance, the low pressure injectors, it gets fuel from this fitting here. You see that? From this one. Now, the OEM low pressure fuel injectors, it's something like 300-400 cc per minute, something like that. So this fitting here, it's enough to supply with fuel these injectors. Keep in mind that it's not opening 2 injectors at once, it's opening 1 at a time. Alright? So this one, it's enough for the bone stock application or for a stage 1 tune or something like that. It's enough. Keep in mind that all the power what you're gonna get from the low pressure injectors, not from the direct injection. Direct injection is spraying all the way, but it's mostly for fuel efficiency and emissions. Mostly more for emissions, but yeah. So what you need to do here, you're not drilling this hole, you're blocking the hole and you're stealing the fuel before it enters to the high pressure pump. You're not concentrated on the high pressure pump, you're concentrated on the low pressure fuel injection and not on the direct injection if you want to make more power and if you want to be more safe. Because if you install, let us say, 1000 cc injectors or 1.3 liters per minute injectors, and you're waiting from this hole here to supply the fuel rail for the low pressure injectors fuel, yeah, good luck with that. It's not gonna happen. Let us say like that. Alright. Yeah. Anything else? Nothing more, nothing less. I get the cable out to test the actuators and the valves. Did I forget something? I don't know. We're gonna see. If I forget something, I'm gonna continue. I'm gonna make another video. I'm gonna continue on the video. I'm not stopping it here. Moving on. Monday. Oh boy. Okay, now I connect the plug. If I give electricity here, it's very active. Wait, that's the other one. Nice. Let's check also the solenoids. Not bad. I need to check also how many amperes shaking, just in case. Second. Third. Fourth. And number 8. Yeah, this show you all the rest. It's the same thing, the same procedure, okay? The only difference what I'm doing off camera. Here it says 0.12 amperes, okay? So when I'm actuating all of them, there was at 1.23, dang it, 1.23 amperes. I need to drink some coffee and smoke 1 cigarette, fucking Monday. So I don't want to actuate it for a long time because this gets signal one time to shift the lift, and then it's not always on. That's my point. I don't want to keep it on electricity for a long time. So if you pay attention here, 1.23 amperes. All of them, they're shaking the same amount. Nice, lovely. Moving on. Dang it. You know what? Screw it. I'm gonna smoke half cigarette on them. For you, it's gonna be a second. For me, it's gonna be 5 minutes. Yeah, much better now. Now, you see what I forget? This goes back to the owner. That's the old one. The one that's been compromised. Then also this goes back, but this is gonna go back to with the new parts. To the bag with the new parts. Okay? Alright. This out, these two. Then we have these two fittings. This is the new part number, this is the old part number. that unfortunately you cannot get this new part number now. You can get this one, it comes with the pipes as far as I know. 1 second, because flickering this stupid thing again. Yeah, better now. Now, what's the irony here? You have a stainless steel fitting, alright? With the check valve that has inside, it's a plastic ball. The ball that has inside, it's a plastic, it's not a steel, alright? Then you have a plastic fitting with a stainless steel ball inside. Irony. If they just put this stainless steel ball inside of the stainless steel fitting, it's gonna be for life. Sometimes I have seen them coming apart. I have seen them that it doesn't have the check ball inside, and what's happening? It's overheating the car. Yay, because missing this stupid piece of thing here. So, yep. See, for that the O-ring has seen better days. It's been expanded, and because of the location where it's located behind the engine, near to the turbocharger, I'm gonna like to use a new one and not an old one. Alright, nylon bag, putting it inside here. Yeah, this is gonna end up here, there inside, this outside, and then continue with the high pressure pump inspection and the vacuum pump. And that's not a good sign. There is corrosion here, and there is corrosion here. Let me wash it to see how it's gonna end up, how it's gonna looks like. Yeah. Yeah, you can see some trace of water here inside. Yeah. Oh boy, let's open also the vacuum pump to see what's hiding inside. Okay, I need to wash it to inspect it. Yeah, it has some scoring on the wall. When I'm gonna wash it, I'm gonna see that again. Need to check also the check valve here and the pump. Yeah, let me clean this mess. Vacuum pump results. This vacuum pump, it doesn't belong to this engine. Definitely doesn't belong to this engine. I'll explain why. This had the oil starvation, or it was not changing oil or whatever. I'll tell you this. There is a scoring on the wall. Okay. It's the number one worst pump that I have seen by ever. All right. The cover has some scoring lines. The clearance between the shaft here and the housing, it is too much. I mean, yep. Then there is here scoring that starts from this side and sending up there, and then starts again from here till there. All right. This is a high mileage vacuum pump. It's not, doesn't belong to this engine, if you're asking me. Then the pads. All right, even this one. There is some lines here and here. It looks like it's been sanded. There is also one crack in the middle. Now, if you put this back in place here, and you put also the cover and you bolt it down, and you go from the other side and play, it's the Grand Canyon. You need to have specific clearance between this and this and this. It's supposed to don't play inside. All right. Then the pad. The pad, it's gone. I hope that I make myself clear here. This is even worse. This is not a healthy vacuum pump. All right. Yeah, also, if I clean here, we're gonna have much more scoring. Where's running the follower for the high pressure pump? Yep, I would like to don't use this vacuum pump. The only healthy thing is the check valve. The check valve is working fine, it held together, the membrane is not broken. This is the one that goes to the brake booster. Alright, but nothing more than this. If you're asking me, it's a good thing to change this vacuum pump, high pressure pump housing, call it as you like. It's not good to install it anywhere. That's what it is. Alright, let's continue with the high pressure pump. I'm gonna put it together, I'm gonna wrap it, and I'm gonna take it outside. I don't want to use this. Vacuum pump, high pressure pump follower, and the check valve, alright, in a nylon bag. Now, for those who don't get it, why I'm wrapping it and I'm giving it back to the customer like this, it's very simple. It doesn't belong to me, alright? For me, the vacuum pump, it's for scrap. The follower, I don't want to trust the follower, you know, especially when it gets water inside. I don't know the condition of the needles. And the check valve on this fitting, if you get a new one or used one or lower mileage or from this engine, you're gonna be in much better condition than this. Okay, so again, it doesn't belong to me. For me, it's for scrap. Okay, for somebody else or for the owner, it might be okay. That's my opinion from what I saw here. Anybody who wants, he can measure it, he can get some clearance, he can see the scoring, and he can take his own decision. My decision, it's not good. Over. Finish. Okay? Let's go with the high pressure pump. This out. Time for the high pressure pump. Already release it. Spain has seen better days. Yeah. Okay. Need this tool to be able to open it. Let's just put one socket to be steady, and I hope to be only the seal, what I'm feeling, and not be the piston inside. At least it's not seized. Something's out, right? Let's open it. Cracked open. Let's see together now how it looks like inside. Alright, not bad, not bad. It looks good. Just a second to clean it. It looks good. I cannot keep it on the stainless steel table. I don't want to make any scratch or something. Just 1 second to clean it. Alright, what did I said? That the pump is gonna be fine, eh? Alright, yeah, watch this. It was hitting there up. I don't know, it might be. No, it does have the same pattern. It looks like here. No, honestly, I don't know. It might be like that, the design. Okay, alright. It has some polishing marks. Here where is the seal, and here where it's running inside. No, this looks like a pattern that this had supposed to be. Most probably. Because it was crashing there, it's gonna come, probably. Yeah, I have the others, the other pumps. They're not like that here up, that's why. Yeah, keep it there. Keep this there. Yeah. I guess the pump, it can stay until it starts leaking inside of the engine. Yeah, lovely. And check also the spring. Yep. Oh boy. No, it's okay. It's not bad. It's not bad. I don't see any sign they are up. Yep. Okay. That's it for now. I'm gonna continue with these things. I'm gonna clean the injectors, clean the hydraulic lifters and the rollers and the dividers here, and then I'm gonna lap the valves on the cylinder head, and that's it. I'm gonna continue with the next video, I don't know, today or tomorrow. We're gonna see. We're gonna find out. That's it for now. Thank you very much.